Number 37, Harold Jackson.
Well, that's the starting lineups, and there he is, John Drew. You see him. And remember, we're going to have a very special holiday game this Saturday night at the Olympic Auditorium when the Texas Outlaws come to town. The kids are going to be 99 cents with adults, with the parents, and special T-Bird souvenirs for everybody. Remember the big special holiday game Saturday night at the Olympic Auditorium. You want to be here. Hang on for the second half of action about to come up.
Johnson swings, deep drive, left center field. Cleon Jones fades back. He has the room. Warning track. He's got it. The Mets have done it. The amazing Mets win the series 4-1. Shea Stadium celebrates.
You're watching Classic Sports Network. Once-in-a-lifetime moments, 24 hours a day.
This famous sports figure will be the subject of our bonus biography round on the Sports Challenge.
This is our one-question category on the classics in sports. Here we go with the clues.
Classic. Classic.
When a player knows the answer, he should press his button to sound his buzzer. Would you like to try again? Sorry, time is up. The answer, classic sports.
The only place you can find Sports Challenge. Weeknights.
Hernandez, this lady, she was with the Los Angeles T-Birds for 15 years, and as I understand it, she might be replacing Georgia Haupt as the field representative for the commission. Wouldn't that be great? Liz Hernandez, a great gal.
Liz Hernandez is one of the greatest of all-time skaters. Holds every speed and scoring record for women on the history of the track.
Jim, you made a comment, wouldn't that be great? Well, that's something we've yet to find out, that's for sure. 45-43, Thunderbirds out in front by 2 here. Chloe Morrell designating the score for the Thunderbirds wearing jersey number 5, the white, the gold, and the green, and Sherry Simpson. Simpson, excellent skater. Very tough gal, number 31, for the Chicago Hawk team. A 2-point lead for the Thunderbirds. 8 minutes to 3 minutes remaining in this 10-minute period. This is the 5th skating period. It's been a good game. Been a good game. You see the chicken roaming the infield here, and good crowd here. In the meantime, it's Sherry Simpson. Simpson coming to the back of the pack. As that gal getting through there, the gal Simpson working her way up the front of that pack. Still trying to get through there and doing a number. Oh, look out! Sherry Simpson put her hands on her hip, very accidental, as we said before, and calling it off the referee. Sherry Toledo, 4 points for the Hawks. The Hawks won in front, 47-45.
Let me explain briefly why Georgia Haupt is even in the infield. We got a proof going on between Simpson and Hilden, but why Liz Hernandez is in the infield. Look, here we go. Liz Hernandez is in the infield because Georgia Haupt was called into the infield by John Drew. Well, if Georgia Haupt can come into the infield, John Hall called in Liz Hernandez.
John Hall insisted that Liz Hernandez come in to counter the activity of Georgia Haupt there. And of course, Georgia Haupt is really missed because Liz Hernandez is under consideration for her job, the job she formerly had as field commissioner.
Look at John Drew. He's having a fit out there. He's just jumping up and down. And Georgia Haupt, and of course, E.G. Miller was just thrown out of the track, off the track. In the meantime, it's Starling and Wade LaChapelle skating here tonight with this team, the Chicago Hawks. And where's she going to be next week? From week to week, the scale, I wonder. In the meantime, it's number 6, Skinny Minnie Gwen Miller out in front of the pack. Doesn't need to score. Now the scout trying to score on this jab for 35, Darlene and Wade LaChapelle. The orange and the black. The colors are her helmet, and it's Donna Young, and Young wrestles the head one time. Donna Young, a good, strong gal, takes an elbow to the front side of Darlene, and Darlene coming back under again. Darlene, very versatile skater. A hard worker, oh, blocked hard and knocked down. She didn't like it, rocked him, stuck him in her head there. Now one bit and back again. Darlene going nowhere this time. Nowhere, no scoring in there at all.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, El Fabuloso is not around anymore because he's been suspended for a full year, and John Drew, the crazy man you see out there, he's the man that purchased the Chicago Hawks. He now is the owner and manager manager of the Chicago Hawks. He's out there working the infield, and he's got this team jazzed up, going at it, and strong. John Drew.
Well, John Drew is a man with a... John Drew is a man that has one desire, and that is to run this league. He wants to run the Chicago Hawks. He is an absolute... He's made of the same sort of stuff that a Hitler or Mussolini is made of. He commands the rabble, and he is...
Back to the action once again. Patty Wilson and Colin Morrell. Colin Morrell, number 5 for the Thunderbirds, along with number 33, the little pert little gal for the Chicago Hawks, Patty Wilson. She's a cute little gal, and she can really skate out. They keep calling her Patty. Actually, it's Paula. I like to nickname her Patty. She might not like that. In the meantime, it's Gil Bowers once again in the back of the pack, trying to hold out Colin Morrell. There's Paula Wilson. Paula Wilson tries to get by Johnny Young, and look at the gal move now. The little gal, Paula Wilson, number 33, doing a good job at just sneaking on through. That little gal has got a purpose in there, and John Drew says he's going to really mold this team together. And John Drew, he's about as wild as the hair on the top of his head out there. And Hoppy and Jim, there's all kinds of things happening. The special, oh, here they go. John Drew coming back at him again.
John Drew claims that he's the chosen one, you know. He says that. And Liz, who...
Oh, look at these two. Liz Hernandez and Georgia Haupt about ready to get at it. And Terry Toledo is just about ready to throw Liz Hernandez off the track. Hernandez is not going to go for that, though. She was invited by John Hall and the T-Birds to come into the infield, and Liz Hernandez wants to stay right there. John Drew is being thrown off the track. John Drew for a little bit of trouble. It is absolutely mayhem, bedlam out here tonight.
Well, it's mayhem out here. That's going to be with a special holiday game Saturday night. Here at the Olympic Auditorium, the Texas Outlaws come to time. Another one of the hooligan gang. The John Drew's composed with a John Parker team coming to town. They're always spell trouble for the Thunderbirds. Oh, me, oh, my. Here she comes once again. Skinny Minnie Miller, but look out. Sherry Simpson. Woo! Tough gal, number 31, and just sends the lunar gal right over the top side. Now it's Starley on number 2, trying to do a number on Sherry Simpson. Simpson, a bigger gal, a little bit stronger. She's older. She wants someone to pump her up, and here comes Gail Bowers. She's waiting for her to wait. She bumps her. She's her own skater. And look at, oh, Donna Young. Now the referees, Jim, should give a penalty, and they do. Now I'm glad to see that. The referees giving a penalty where penalties are due.
And 1 Hawk point they awarded. 1 Hawk point, and gave a 1-minute penalty to Donnie Young, and it was well deserved. John Drew back on the track. John Hall is saying, Drew, get off now. I'm going to throw you off. Georgia, I don't know if she's happy or not. Look at that face. You can't tell with this lady. Now the T-Birds got a penalty, and the Hawks picked up 1 point. Maybe she is happy. I don't know.
The Thunderbirds only have 4 skaters on the track now, and you know the way the scoring works. If you cross that whole powder in there and pick them all up, you're going to get all the points. In the meantime, the chicken in the infield is not too happy. See the tears coming down that little face out there. And here, once again, it's Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle, number 35, out in front, along with Colin Morrell. The Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle still with the Chicago Hawks. Will she be with them long, or will she be going with other people? She still belongs to El Fabuloso. And where's El Fabuloso? You makes you wonder, under his personal contract. Oh! Beautiful block by Debbie Garvey. A vicious block. And Georgia Haupt up on the track. Chase him out of there. But Garvey doing a great job the back of the pack. Debbie Garvey is Colin Morrell. Beautiful move by Emerald Rosola. And look at Darlene Langlois putting her hands on her hip trying to call out the jam. The referees either didn't see it, or Colin Morrell, the smart skater she is, just keeps on going. And I tell you, these gals just call that jam off so quick it's hard to tell when they still got the jam going in there. But in the meantime, 1 point for the Hawks. And they did not give any to
Yes, they did. 4 Thunderbird points were picked up.
Well, they did.
Yep, I caught that.
Well, I predict this about Darlene Chapelle, and that is, de la Chapelle, and that is that John Drew, having taken over the Hawks, will also take over that contract from Fabuloso, and he'll do anything he wants to Darlene.
Well, Skinny Minnie Quinn Miller's checking to the pack here, Hoppy, and as you say, Darlene Langlois, she's really in a tailspin. She doesn't really know which way to go, but she seems to be fairly happy. As I said earlier, we're going to have the Texas Outlaws coming to town this Saturday night here at the Olympic Auditorium. It's going to be a special holiday game, a special pricing for all the kids, free souvenirs. It'll be one whale of a night. The Texas Outlaws, a strong team. This Saturday night at the Olympic Auditorium. Auditorium for the Thunderbirds, the likes of this gal, Skinny Mini Gwen Miller, number 6, will be in action Saturday night, as she is right now, and every Saturday. Look at her do it out there, knocking down Paula Wilson and setting her in turmoil. Hoppy this gal can do it. This is Dick Holloway color for you, along with Jim McInerney and Bill Haupt. And look at the yelling, go, 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 a fine crowd here in the Olympic Auditorium. The story of the Olympic Auditorium. And people love it here. Look at this gal. She loves it here. She loves to skate, loves to motivate around that track. Goes up there, everyone so long, sneaks through between the two, gets away from them. The mid-packer in there. Look at it. Oh! A nearly a reversal. A late big leader knocks him down. It scores. A referee 5. A grand slam for the Thunderbirds. 5 big points. Hoppy, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the big game Saturday night here with the Texas Outlaws?
Well, I think we got an interview coming up with Jim and Liz Hernandez first.
Well, Liz Hernandez is here with me, and Liz, there's a lot of speculation that you might be taking over Georgia Haas's old job as field representative for the commissioner. Is there any truth to this?
Well, I want to tell you something. Nothing's for sure yet, because we're going to have a meeting and discuss all this. Then I will know.
Okay, well, what do you think about the new rules out here?
Oh, I think they're great rules, because this way it's good, the skaters enjoy it, and I think the fans would really enjoy it.
Well, thank you very much, Liz. We'll be right back after this word.
Bad, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
You've spent your entire life sleeping in an old-fashioned flat bed, but now you have the opportunity to find out about a better, healthier way to relax and sleep. Get this free information kit about Craftmatic adjustable beds. Call toll-free, and a helpful operator will mail you a free Craftmatic adjustable bed catalog and this special rebate certificate. It's worth $200 off any Craftmatic Model 1 adjustable bed. Why is Craftmatic making this rebate offer? It's our way of saying thanks for taking the time to find out about Craftmatic. There is, of course, absolutely no obligation for calling toll-free and requesting this helpful information kit. So if you have any interest in adjustable beds, pick up your phone and call now.
Call toll-free 1-800-BED-9115. That's 1-800-BED-9115 toll-free. 1-800-BED-9115.
New York Mets are amazing, 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 amazing.
I'll show you what a real champion is. I'll show you what a real champion is. James Truici, the Kings are the world champions.
Way out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15.
The winner, Sugar Ray Leonard.
The men on the track for the start of the 6th skating period. You see the designated scorer in the back of that pack, Ralphie Valadares, along with their designated scorer, the Chicago Hawks, number 35, Ken Sanders. And as I watched that interview with Jim McInerney along with Liz Hernandez, I noticed a little twinkle in her eye. I just wonder, gentlemen, what she knows that she's not telling us. All right, just think about it a while. What does she know that she's not telling us? All right, Ralphie Valadares on the move. The watermelon flyer, and after Ken Sanders, Ralphie Valadares, what a machine. All right, 54-53 the score. 9 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the 6th skating period. The Los Angeles Thunderbirds are world champions out in front by 1. And look at Ronnie Reigns. Walker from the back of the clock, 2 and the number on. Some of the skaters is 1 point picked up for Ralphie Valadares.
You know, this Saturday night against the Texas Outlaws, you're going to have a chance to see Ralphie Valadares continue his drive to become the 2nd all-time scorer in the league. You know, he's number 3 now. And he doesn't have too long to go to get 10,000 points.
Now, he's got a little ways to go. He might be able to do it in the new season coming up. Those 3 that you just saw on the screen there, Hoppy, all 3 of them are going to be here Saturday night.
You know, the Walton gang, the Dead-End gang, the Holy Alliance, whatever you want to call them.
And they've given John Parker a lot of ideas, I think, too.
The Muddy Ruddy out there. All right, number 31, Neil Chambers, a tall lead youngster. Washington is the designated scorer of this period, this half for the Thunderbirds. Oh, back high down low, he got it. Look out, he went up high in the air. Look at a vicious block by Harold Jackson on the cycle already with a bad knee. Is in trouble. Look at this Neil Chambers. There's the way you call that jam off. Very smartly put I see.
They do not like this Liz Hernandez.
Well, they don't. They think she's a friend of the T-Birds, and they also feel that if she is appointed field commissioner for the commission, that the Thunderbirds are going to be running the commission. Now, at the same time, Drew has got all the owners ganged up against the Thunderbirds, including John Parker, next Saturday night, and they're all going to be in the infield with John Parker. So, I don't know, they're sort of calling the kettle black, the pot.
Number 32, the back of the pack, Jerry Ruiz. As you see the score, 57 to 55. The Hawks out in front by 2 there. John Drew and Georgia Haas. Georgia Haas and John Drew, the two of them. 2 vice presidents, general managers, owners, whatever you want to call them, is Ruiz. In front of the pack, along with number 4, Frankie Macedo. Macedo can do it. He can do it. He is a good skater. As you know, he is a veteran of many years, over 20 years on the bike track. An excellent skater, a great competitor. Now what's he doing? He just pushes him aside a little bit. He hits him to the side. Knocks Ruiz to the railing. Over the top right out of there. He turns over and looks to see what the damage is. He said, I did a little bit of damage out there. Hit him with an elbow. He says, that's not a penalty. I know what the rules are. Well, we've got 3 referees out there, and they control this game. You get a penalty, you get 4 of them, you're out. Immediate ejection, as there is in any sport. 4 immediate penalties, you're out. In the meantime, the Sixers at 45 seconds remaining, a reversal. Oh, a good block by Harold Jackson. The man is good.
They did pick up 1 T-Bird point. Frankie Macedo. We're going to pause on the VIP network. We'll be right back.
And rush again. Roger goes deep across, way downfield, and Buck Johnson caught. Touchdown!
I'm Roger Staubach, and you're watching Classic Sports Network.
It's a game with unmatched history.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Filled with great players and great moments. Now, Sports Illustrated brings you baseball the way it was meant to be with SI's exclusive Classic Baseball Collection. You'll get the extraordinary 2-video boxed set, The History of Baseball, plus your choice of a classic baseball cap from one of the game's historic teams. And best of all, SI's Classic Baseball Collection is free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated.
Hello, babe. How do you feel? Fine,
with the history of baseball, you'll get a chance to relive an era when baseball was larger than life. And with your classic baseball cap, you can choose from any one of 4 historic teams. The Brooklyn Dodgers of 1955. The 1951 New York Giants. The 1975 Boston Red Sox. Or the legendary New York Yankees.
And Joe DiMaggio, Josie Joy's up there, right-hand hitter.
Call now, use your credit card, get 54 issues of Sports Illustrated, including the spectacular baseball preview and our famous swimsuit issue for only $1.48 an issue. You save 55% off the cover price. Plus, you'll get SI's classic baseball collection free. So pick your team, the Brooklyn Dodgers, the New York Giants, the Boston Red Sox, or the New York Yankees. There's nothing like SI's classic baseball collection, and there's nothing in the world like Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
You're watching Classic Sports Network.
For the pack number 32, Jerry Ruiz along with Frankie Macedo. The two of them head on head, side by side, and Macedo a little bit to the inside, up to the high part of the track, and he shuffled back to the back of the pack. Rear blocker, extraordinaire, number 37, Harold Jackson for the Hawks, and also extraordinaire blocker on the backside, number 5, Ronnie Psycho Reigns. He built it one time to the other. In the meantime, the Psycho holding back this man, number 32, Ruiz. Oh! Kick hard in there by Harold Jackson. Harold Jackson taking on his own man, but he's disgusted with himself. He wants to take it out on somebody now. He's after Macedo. Macedo trying to get another man gets knocked out of there. A vicious block. A beautiful takedown in there.
Referee caught it.
He got it. And look at Terry Toledo. She runs across that track with 5 minutes remaining to score 60 for the Thunderbirds and 57 for the Chicago Hawks.
Well, you know, Frankie Macedo picked up 4 points, and I'd like to... Uh-oh, we got trouble here.
Liz Hernandez, and I don't think there's anyone that could do a better job as a field representative for the commission than Liz Hernandez. Years and years of experience, and that's why John Drew doesn't want anything to do with her, and the same with Georgia Haas. she's a fair-minded person, Liz Hernandez. She knows the game.
John Drew going off the track, being thrown off.
Well, John Drew,
well, gentlemen, a man that owns a team like this should not take that kind of abuse from anybody out there. He ought to let him know who he is. All right.
Well, let's take a look at this real quick. As Ronnie Raines doing a fine job of blocking, sidesteps, and Jackson putting his own man down. And Frankie Macedo went on by to pick up 4 points. By the way, happy birthday, Frankie Macedo.
And beautiful action you just saw by our fine VIP video camera crew. Mark, Tom, they're all doing a number out here. Great camera work. 60 to 57. We got some kind of game going on. A real Donnybrook. Look at it. Say, oh, that's knocked off his keister there. But John Bodley, one of the tall skaters in there, John Bodley, along with Neil Chambers, the two of them, both standing about 6'1", and the Psycho rails him. The Psycho, look at Ralphie saying, knock him out of there. Do it to him. In the Psycho, the back of the pack, and the crowd yells, defense, defense, defense. Just as you hear at the big stadium here at the Olympic Auditorium on a Saturday night, the place to be, remember. If they get no score, you kids, you want to talk to your parents and come out and see this game. It's going to be big family night. Special pricing for the big game this Saturday night with the Texas Outlaws.
I gotta say that Ronnie Raines, he promises to go psycho, and he's been doing it all night. You know, he's single-handedly all night long been running the defense. Ronnie Psycho Raines, he's gonna do it for the kids.
And they love Ronnie Psycho Raines and Ralphie Valadares.
Well, some people...
And the T-Bird chicken, too. Don't forget, kids, the chicken's gonna be there. The chicken might even give you an autograph, who knows?
There she is, Liz Hernandez, folks. We're going to hear a lot about her in the future, I am sure. And that twinkle she had in her eye makes me wonder, will she know something that we don't know? All right, it's Ralphie Valadares, number 8. He wants to single-handedly do it himself out here tonight. He's doing a real job out there. Ralphie, but not this time. He's flying through the home plate. He doesn't even pick up a run in there. 60 to 57. Kim Sanders, S-A-M-D-E-R-S, Kim Sanders for the Chicago Hawks. Gets the opportunity to block one more time. We're going to call that an opportunity by Ronnie Psycho Raines. He may knock you all the way back to the 4th row. That's why the people enjoy themselves here at the Olympic Auditorium. You're so close to the action. And right there, right in the front row with them. You can really enjoy yourself. And those kids will love to be here Saturday night. Oh, the great pricing they're having for these kids and all the free souvenirs here at the Olympic Auditorium. The historic Olympic Auditorium. Everybody knows where it is. All the freeway speed here, Hoppy.
That's a wonderful price for kids. We've never had a price like that here at the Olympic Auditorium before.
By the way, on that last jam, there was 4 points picked up by Kenny Sanders of the Chicago Hawks.
Well, you talk about a cluck and a buck for a buck. You get it here for less than a buck, Hoppy.
That's right.
Woo! 61
this
to 60.
Saturday night only, though.
Well, you don't want to pass something up like that, that's for sure.
John Parker's Texas Outlaws will get the Thunderbirds.
61 to 60 the score. The Hawks out in front with 1 minute 16 seconds remaining. The leading jammer, Ken Sanders. Nope, it's number 32, Jerry Ruiz. And somebody got down there hard and tried to knock him out of there. Ronnie Psycho Raines along with Sam Washington. The man just goes around that pack of the Psycho, gets him this time. So how many points he pick up? A bundle. Picked up 6 points. 6 big points picked up with less than a minute to go.
That is Saturday night is our special holiday game. The special price for kids. Free souvenirs for everyone.
The whole family, Hoppy. The whole family.
Bring the whole family. This is a real opportunity to give everybody a chance to see little Ralphie and Ronnie Psycho Raines and the T-Bird chicken, all the T-Birds. The beautiful T-Bird girls.
Right,
I'm going to be there, too.
Seconds remaining here. It's Sam the Man Washington on the move on the inside. Harold Jackson. Jackson trying to stop him. 20 seconds remaining. The clock ticking away. He gets right up by. He goes for the Psycho. The Psycho needs to give him some help in there. He rushes, makes a great reversal in there. Still blocks the man, but he ties him up. And Sam still trying to get 13 seconds remaining. Sam gets through this time. The Psycho goes down. Trips out one of Chambers. Bodley. They're all back there trying to stop with 6 seconds remaining. Sam will get on his keister here with 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at Sam. Jim McInerney with Georgia Haas, the irrepressible Georgia Haas.
And
unsinkable Georgia Haas is here with me. And Georgia, what do you think of El Fabuloso's suspension?
It really doesn't matter. It's just another underhanded T-Bird trick.
They have John Drew to contend with, and he's really great.
Well, what about Liz Hernandez taking over your old job with the commission?
It won't happen, never. E.G. Miller, John Drew, John Parker, and I won't let it happen. We will all be here for Saturday night's game at the Olympic, and if that hussy shows up, we'll simply run her out. That's all.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to pause down the VIP Network line. We'll be right back.
You're watching Classic Sports Network. Once-in-a-lifetime moments, 24 hours a day.
In 1 year, over 200,000 people got the perfect stomach with 8-minute abs. Just listen to these results.
I went from this flabby spare tire to a washboard stomach. Thanks, 8-minute abs.
I used to wear loose clothes to hide my tummy. But look, now I use 8-minute abs.
8-minute abs is great. I pop it in, I'm done, and it works.
8-minute abs takes you through a series of simple movements scientifically designed for fast results.
I use 8-minute abs, and I recommend it to all of my clients.
The secret is using the abdominal muscles in a specific sequence to maximize effectiveness, and it gets the job done in only 8 minutes.
If you've got 8 minutes and a VCR, you'll get great abs too.
Call during this special offer, and we'll give you a $5 rebate coupon. That's right, now for just $9.95 with rebate, you too can have slim, trim, 8-minute abs, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. But you must call right now.
Satisfaction's guaranteed, so call 1-800-413-4433. That's 1-800-413-4433.
Classic Sports Network presents This Day in Classic Sports, October 5th, 1953. We're back after this. October 5th, 1953, the New York Yankees and their skipper Casey Stengel bagged their 5th consecutive World Series championship as second baseman Billy Martin's record-tying 12th series hit helps bury the Dodgers in 6 games. Tune in every day for This Day in Classic Sports.
The gals back on the track again. They're talking it over here. The gals are back on the pack. Coley Moreau along with Donnie Young. Coley says, I'm going to jam out there. I want to be the scorer, and I want to do everything I can. Really determined to get out there and score, I'm sure, but in the meantime, she looked a little bit worried, Hoppy. Jim, Coley Morrell. I think the distance out there, these gals realize they're going to work their way all the way from the back of the pack, but she didn't get a lot of resistance getting out of the pack this time. Got right by the mid-blockers, got through the rear jammers, packers, blockers, you name it, got by all of them. Mid-defense, man, we got so many blockers out there tonight. It's hard to get through that pack, but she just went right on through. Right on through. 9 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. 67 to 65. The Hawks out in front by 2. Now it's up to the rear blocker, Young, but Young got knocked to the wayside. She's getting an assist in there, Sherry Simpson, by the very good skater number 34, Gail Bowers. Bowers been on a weight training program and really looking good out there, looking sharp, training hard, and doing a number up to number 30, Tricky Victor McEwen. And this team that John Drew has put together in a short period of time is really coming together, looking very smart, very sharp as they pick up 3 more points. The Hawks increase their lead 70 to 65. And Jim, what can you say about a team like this? They're really looking good.
They're a hot team. They're inspired by this man, John Drew, right there. E.G. Miller and Georgia Haupt, these 3 people right there, they are the unholy alliance, aren't they, Hoppy?
Well, these are the 3 that are going to be in the infield this Saturday night when John Parker's Texas Outlaws take on the Thunderbirds. And that man, John Drew, I would never trust him as far as I can see him. He's the man who calls himself the chosen one. He says he's a voice crying in the wilderness.
Oh, I think he hears voices all the time, Hoppy.
I'd like to take him out into the wilderness.
I predict that's one of the most dangerous men I've ever seen on the track.
All right, 70 to 65. In the meantime, we got Darlene Lenoir here, De La Chapelle, and what's going to happen to her? Is she going to remain with this team? There's all kinds of rumors and speculation going on about her. El Fabuloso is out, but he still has her under some kind of contract. I'm not exactly sure how that watching, I see from the front of the pack is it's the little gal once again, holding her back. Paula Wilson, Gail Bowers. Now, Johnny Young gives her another one. She goes over the top. Oh, look out, almost cut the gal on top of that. Paula Wilson would have a little extended headache in there. Debbie Williams, referee, along with Toledo Alaska, say 2 points. 2 points for the Los Angeles Thunderbirds. Now it's 70-67.
I'll tell you one thing. If Liz Hernandez gets the commissioner's appointment, John Drew better watch out what he's doing because she will not take it from anybody. Debbie, B.J. Miller, John Drew, they're all alike to her. And she is a wildcat, a real wildcat.
I'll say I have to hand it to the referees tonight. They have been doing an excellent job. Terry Toledo, Don Boucher. Maybe it's because Liz Hernandez is around and they know that Liz might be getting that job, so they're on their toes tonight. Great job from the referee.
I'm sure Liz is going to watch it tonight because she's under consideration for the job and she doesn't want to destroy her opportunity of getting it, I assure you.
Well, let's face it, generally in any business, gentlemen, somebody wants to move up, and these referees, they eventually would like to be a commission representative too. Butter your bread, baby. Okay, 70-67. 6 minutes and 23 seconds remaining, and it's Coley Morrell, the front of the pack, way out as the leading designated scorer on this game. Oh, to the rail over the top, and she got a $10 no. They say no score.
Called it off.
No score for pushing in there, and the referees are right on it. Now you got to give them credit here, and they look like they're really doing it. Sherry Simpson doesn't like it. The thing that gets me, she's really not that upset out there. I would be fuming mad out there.
Well, she knew she did wrong. She's going into the sin bin, into the penalty box for 1 minute. That means the Haupt girls are going to have to skate with only 4 girls on the track. They have 1 in the penalty box.
Kids, you'll get to see the T-Bird Chicken this Saturday night, and a lot of free souvenirs for everyone. So tell Mom and Dad to bring you down Saturday night. The lowest price ever for kids.
There she is, Hoppy. I'm sure she's not going to be a chicken out there. Liz Hernandez talking with John Hall, the 12. And what are they conferring about in there? No wonder Georgia Haas and some of the rest are a little worried because there seems to be a little friendship relationship between John Hall and next skater Liz Hernandez. 70-67. The Hawks out in front by 3. And the gal, Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle. We've talked about her many, many times. People have seen her progress. Each skating game, she gets better and better and better. Now skating with the Chicago Hawks. Will she be skating with Texas? Will she be skating with Georgia Haas's team? No one really knows, except this gal may know also what's going on. Look at her. There she goes. Puts her hands on her hips, calls it off, picking up 4 points. And did that very easily, I might say. 4 easy points for Darlene Langlois.
Well, I'll tell you, Liz and these girls are gonna clash sometime. It's Saturday night. I don't know tonight. And throwing John Drew out again. Now he's been thrown out about 4 times in tonight's game. I wonder why they don't throw him out of the building. You know what John Drew, one of his famous quotations is, he says that he's the chosen one to unite the nomadic forces of this league. What about that? Can you believe that?
I can't believe it, Hoppy.
I can't believe it will be fulfilled.
All right, in the meantime, we're back to the jam, and it's Patsy. You want something else, Stacey? Go ahead. Okay, Patsy Delgado out in front. She tries to pick up the scoring potential for the Thunderbirds. They're down by 7 points. Up in front, Gail Bowers. Bowers blocks her 1 time. Very gently blocked her again, just enough to throw off fouls. And Paula Wilson, the little gal. Cute little gal. He said Paula Wilson wears jersey number 33 for the Chicago Hawks. In front, number 2, Donna Young. Now, is she going to throw a real sidewinder on her in a minute? She's just shoving her just very gently in there. Not really put... There she goes! A quick little shot, a little karate type shot in there. Oh, no, look at now. This girl was setting her up, Jim. You know that, the way she was belting her in there. Very gently. And, oh, that was vicious. Jim, I don't know.
Donna Young has done a fabulous job of blocking. She knows exactly she has to fight fire with fire, and this John Drew has got this Hawk team built up to a frenzy, and they're coming out with fire. So Donna Young's doing the right thing. She's fighting fire with fire, Dick. Watch this. Woo! Down the girl goes. Donna Young backs up, says, come on, give you a little bit more room. Come on up, and gotcha again. Down she goes the hard way.
Look at the chicken. Chicken out there. We're talking all the kids are going to be here this Saturday night here. Go ahead.
For the chicken.
74-67, 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining the 7th skating period. Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle along with Debbie Heldon. Heldon on the inside. score for their respective teams. The referee should have been a little more attentive here as both of them started from the front of that pack. They happen to start from the back of that pack. Darlene Lenoir de La Chapelle, number 35. Pretty blonde-haired gal. She's a model, as we've said many, many times before. And a pretty gal, an actress, aspiring actress, Darlene Lenoir. But now, look at this Donnie Young holding off the entire threesome back there. Simpson to Bowers, back and forth to Simpson, over to Lenoir, back to the meantime, Debbie Helton shooting right on by. Debbie Helton over by, this is the jammer, got that helmet knocked off respectfully. Is there and continues. 2 points. 2 points picked up for the T-Birds. And now I understand that Debbie Helton, by the way, who was the front and rear blocker, was a designated scorer at the start of this career. We did not get the word on that.
Yes, she was a designated scorer. Yes, she was able to pick up points.
You know, I feel very sorry for Darlene Lenoir de La Chapelle because she signed this contract with El Fabuloso, and now that Drew has taken over, I'm afraid this is something that Liz, if she were a field commissioner, should be able to investigate.
Yeah, I was going to say, as we're looking at Liz Hernandez here, you really wonder about this gal. She had that interview with Jim. And
well, Darlene may be in for big trouble. I don't understand Haas would like to get her on her team.
74 to 69 to score. 1 minute, 13 seconds remaining. The gal's on the track. Only 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining for them in this game. As Colleen Morrell breaks out of the pack up in front. Sherry Simpson, very likable gal, positive thinker. As Jim McInerney has worked his way downstairs for an interview, we should have a fine interview coming up. In the meantime, we're back in the action with Sherry Simpson. Simpson, the leading jammer, number 31, out there entirely by herself. She's got her rear blocker and also assist gal in there. Number 34, Gail Bowers. Bowers working on Donnie Young, but Young just very easily moved back and set her up again. She acted like she was just going to slide by, but in the meantime, it's Colleen Morrell. Morrell coming out of there. Once again, the gal losing her helmet. You know, you're supposed to have those helmets on, unless they're knocked off accidentally. And she had it knocked off accidentally, and then her, the judge, the referee, and jury, the 3 referees out of her. Toledo, William, and Lastra. Colleen Morrell, the gal from Sydney, Australia, picking up how many points this time? 6 big points. 6 big points. The Thunderbirds out in front by 1, 75 to 74. Down to Jim McInerney with John Hall.
Well, John Hall is here with me, and John, this might sound like a silly question, but please take it a step further. How do you feel about El Fabuloso's suspension?
Hey, I think it's marvelous, but you know something? That's besides the point. I don't trust John Drew. He's a crazy man, he's a lunatic, and he promises to be here next Saturday night to try and help John Parker in the holiday special. I kind of feel worried about the kids that will be coming here. I hope we can pull it out of the bag for them.
Well, good luck to you. John Hall will be pausing down the VIP Network line. Be right back.
I'm Larry Zonka, and you're watching Classic Sports Network.
A heavyweight is a heavyweight. He's the strongest man on earth. He's the holder of the most prestigious title, the heavyweight title. And going back to the days of John L. Sullivan, who would walk into a bar and say, I can lick any son of a bitch in the house. They know that this is he, the heavyweight champion. Now, we've been given a smorgasbord of heavyweights, half of whom look like they are poster children for Save the Whales. I mean, I've dated girls that weren't built this well, but Mike Tyson was a throwback to what a heavyweight champion should be. He would lay out his opponents, render them into plowshares in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Such a throwback, in fact, that this man who studies films and is an historian of boxing patterned himself after Jack Dempsey, probably the most lethal heavyweight of all time.
Champion Dempsey arrived.
Jack Dempsey's look: no socks, no robe, and a Super Bowl haircut. And then when he'd knock out men, he would do the Dempsey pose, a throwback. And what we wanted as a boxing fan is what the heavyweight champion of the world should be. And that is a man who can knock out men, not outpoint them, not barely get through them, but just decapitate them and go on to the next. That was Mike Tyson.
You're watching Classic Sports Network.
period, picking up 6 points in there for the Thunderbird gals, doing a real number out there. Coley Morrell from Sydney, Australia. Okay, less than 10 minutes to go now. 9 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. And number 2, Sam the Man Washington. Washington getting out of there. The man right alongside of number 31, Neil Chambers. Chambers has been active as a front and rear blocker, but now he's a designated scorer in this half, and he's doing a number out there. Right now, as he knocks Sam Washington right over the rail. Over that rail. And ooh, does it hurt when you land out there in that front row seat? Look at this man go, Chambers. Chambers at one time was on that Texas Outlaw team that'll be here this Saturday night at the Olympic Auditorium for the big special holiday game. Neil Chambers, a good skater, a good scorer as he picks up 5 points, a grand slam.
And you notice he called that jam off very, very clearly, distinctively. You knew he called it off.
You know, right, Jim. John Hall just made a statement about John Drew. He said the man is, he's not concerned about him, that he's crazy, he's a mad dog. I don't want anybody to ever underestimate this man, John Drew, because as I said last week, and I wasn't kidding, when I quoted Shakespeare, I says he has a lean and hungry look, and such men are dangerous, and he is dangerous, and let's not try to put him off by saying he's crazy.
Well, I don't want to quote Aesop's fables, but here we go. Frank Imbacito taking a jam helmet. Here he goes.
I can't even quote the Cats and Jammer kids myself out there, let alone anything else. I'm having trouble to follow this game. It's so hot and heavy here. 36, number 36 out of the pack. Mark Bryant, the first time for young Mark Bryant to get out of there tonight. And who does he have to contend with? Frank Imbacito. Mark Bryant. Well, we got the official word from the scorekeeper that he is now, Mark Bryant, a designated scorer. He has been a mid-packer. Remember, we have jammers, mid-packers, front and rear blockers. They're positioned here. And you have to be designated in that position before the start of that period, or report to the official scorer. We have not reminded you that enough. We'll try to as we can as they pick up 3 points. Mark Bryant possibly the first 3 points this young man's ever picked up.
Incidentally, this may be a preview of this Saturday night's game because those unholy 3 are going to be in the infield with the Texas Outlaws and John Parker, and John Hall has invited Liz Hernandez to come down Saturday night, so we should have some real excitement for our
E.G. Miller is being called off the track.
And look at the chicken at the side. T.O. Chicken. T.O. T-Bird Chicken. Everybody loves the T-Birds. Go, go, go.
82-75 is the score, and somebody better get going out here. With 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, is it going to be Sam the Man Washington, or is it going to be Jerry Ruiz? The gals out there, woo, watching that chicken. Oh, look at him go. Oh, look out. Is Sam going to get through? No, not this time. Down hard, and Sam's got to be hurt. He's hit that deck about 6 or 8 times. Very hard tonight. Track made of masonite, approximately 80 yards in circumference here at the Olympic Auditorium. The home of the Los Angeles Thunderbirds as Jim McInerney will working his way down track for another great interview coming up. We got plenty of action on this track. Ruiz, tumble down and back up, and Bryant down hard. Back up, the entire team here. The cycle trying to stop number 32 from the far side of the pack. Referee Toledo raises up 3 fingers for the Hawks.
I understand that Jim McInerney is going to try to interview Drew and E.G. Miller. This ought to be something, you know that?
All right, Jim McInerney, trackside.
Well, E.G. Miller and John Drew are here with me. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about El Fabuloso's suspension?
El who? I have no idea who you're talking about. Let's just talk about the great genius, John Drew.
Huh. Well, how do you feel? What's happening?
Listen, I'll say this. The Thunderbirds have been like out here too long. They've been the oppressors of every great team that ever came out here to the circuit. I am the chosen one to unite every team in the league to break their back. Like David stole Goliath, we will turn around and take a slingshot and it will backfire. Rome fell in a day, the Thunderbirds are falling on night.
Well, thank you very much for that in-depth interview. We'll be right back after this word.
Shaking a little, and he got over the wrong man. That's like milking the wrong cow. Gentlemen out there can tackle, believe you me. Let that feel like champions, and that's what I like to see.
Classic Sports Network, graduate school for sports fans.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Mark Scott saying, welcome to Home Run Derby.
Play ball!
It's a home run or nothing here on Home Run Derby. If it's in the strike zone, you'd better swing at it.
White!
In my day.
Well, keep on swinging. That's the game.
Fellas, today you're going for the big money. Holy Toledo. Man, he belted that ball. So long until tomorrow. Hank, you're making a career out of Home Run Derby.
Home Run Derby swings for the fences every weeknight on Classic Sports.
All right, one of the finest jammers or designated scorers, whichever you want to use the terminology, Frankie Macedo with the score 86-75. The Hawks out in front by 11 big points. Frankie Macedo is one of the best. That's right, Frankie Macedo, the great veteran. Behind him, Jerry Ruiz. Jerry Ruiz tries to get by as Frankie Macedo sneaks to the inside and into the lid. He kept his hands on his hip, called it off. The only thing, he must have seen a skater coming up in a hurry because they called it off in a hurry, but he picked up 2 Thunderbird points, Jim.
Well, Frankie did call it off awfully quick, but we've got some problems going on. Look at this. Liz Hernandez and Georgia Haas ready to get into it.
Well, you know, Haas says that Liz will take over her old job only over her dead body, and it looks like if Haas continues, that may be the case.
Look at this crazy man. He's going wild out there. Not only has he been thrown out of this game, but he's just going mad.
You know, they dismiss this guy as a madman. You know, they used to call Hitler and Mussolini madmen too in their early days.
When you say they, who are you talking about, Hoppy?
I'm talking about history.
Oh, thank you.
I say
86-77. I thought you were talking about some of the people in the league. I know all the people there think this man's crazy. You don't need any history. You just need to look at the terminology of what's been going on. 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. 86-77 the score, and the game continues to move on here. It's almost flying head over heels. This cycle lifted. Harold Jackson completely up in the air. In the meantime, it's Rolf Middleton, the great Guatemala flyer, doing a number out there, and like nobody knows how to do it. Rolfie right across the side. How many points did Rolfie pick up? 3
T-Bird points.
They're now down by 6 big points, Jim. No, they're down by, 6 big points in there. They're going to do it with 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. The clock continues to work in disfavor of the Thunderbirds. John Hall comes over the side, says, we cannot lose. We cannot lose. Defense, defense. Go, go, go. You see the score, 86-80 here. Not a whole lot of time remaining. 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. And the referees are doing a pretty good job out there throwing that score to us. But right now, we got to worry about this jam coming out of the 32. Gerald Ruiz says, 10 the man of Washington. Well, Washington blocking it in there. 10 for off back of the pack. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. 2:03, 2:02. The clock's down to the 2-minute warning. And here comes Sam. Sam blows by the digit distance. Up to the fellow pack, and Sam scores 3 points. 3 big points in there. All right, the Thunderbirds down by 3. 86-83. Jim, very quickly, can they do it?
I think they can. They've got the momentum going now with only 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining. The T-Birds can do it.
They're yelling, we want more. We want more.
Haas is right. Haas is acting as infield coach for the Hawks with Tom Drew out, and he's trying to rally the team.
1 minute and 24 seconds remaining. 86-83. We want more. The fans are yelling at the top of their voices. We want more. The Raptors, historic Olympic Auditorium, going crazy here with 1:13 remaining. The clock continues to run. 86-83, down by 3. 1:08 remaining. The T-Birds are down by 3 points. The Hawks out in front. 86-83. 1:02. 1:01. The clock ticking down. The Thunderbirds got to get it going. They're down by 3. They need 4 away. But called off in there. No score. A smart move. A defensive move. A stalling move. And look at Harold Jackson over the rail shaking the hands of John Reese. Says, hey, boss, see what I did? I did this move.
Yeah, John Drew.
45 seconds to go.
John Drew he's smiling, he's selling, he's sending in the play, telling him to stall.
38 seconds remaining. We'll see what's going to happen now. Now what's going to score? Frankie Macedo. Or is he going to get up at 32 Reese? The fans yelling, go, go, go. 30 seconds, 29 seconds, they're down by 3. Here comes Macedo. Macedo flying high now. The Birds are flying. The Thunderbirds on the move. Are they going to win tonight? Are they going to win the big one for all the kids Saturday night here at the Olympic Auditorium? 17 seconds remaining, 16 seconds, 15. Macedo needs to get 3. The time. Florida wins down by 10. 86-83. The Hawks still in front by 3.
Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
Do you know you might be spending double what you need to for your life insurance? American Republic Insurance Company has a breakthrough buying system for purchasing low-cost, high-quality term life insurance. $30 a month, just $1 a day buys $369,000 of coverage for a man age 35. Also for $1 a day, a woman age 35 can buy $430,000 of coverage, rates guaranteed level for 10 years. Call for your free custom quote. Call 1-800-890-0096.
The Wall Street Journal keeps you on the cutting edge with news and insights that can affect you personally and professionally. Subscribe now and have the Journal delivered to your home or office. And with your paid subscription, you'll also receive our free personal finance software to help you make smart decisions. Get 10 weeks of the Journal and the software for only $3.80 a week.
Call now, 800-293-8400. That's 800-293-8400 for the Wall Street Journal.
You know, I'm from Western Pennsylvania, 28 miles just outside of Pittsburgh, and I followed the Steelers when I was a young guy, but the older I got, I started following the Baltimore Colts, mainly because we had a fellow from our hometown, Jim Mutchler, was the tight end for the Baltimore Colts. Johnny Unitas is special. He still is special. I used to wear 19. My guys used to call me Joey U. So as close as I was to the Steelers in Pittsburgh, I would pay more attention to the Baltimore Colts because of Jim Mutchler and number 19. I dreamt about playing the Baltimore Colts. And don't you know, it just materialized like a dream come true. It did. Watch NFL Night at the Classics, Wednesday at 8 on Classic Sports Network.
Well, everybody, we saw really an interesting game here tonight. Actually, the Thunderbirds down by 11 points, came back, made a good move, Jim, Hoppy. I think they could have maybe been a little more inspirational tonight. They didn't seem to lack that desire, but with all the positioning, the blockers, the front, the rear, the Jammers are out there doing their best. Basically, down by 11, they tied the game, tied the game 86 apiece. It really was a moral victory.
I think so. It came from the Chicago Hawks, 10 points from Vicki McEwen. She did an excellent job tonight, but the men, they picked up quite a few points themselves. Ruiz picked up 18 points and Kenny Sanders 16. Here's how it stacked up for the T-Birds. Colleen Morrell and Skinny Minnie Miller picked up a total of 20 points, 10 points each. And Frankie Macedo, by the way, happy birthday, Frankie. 21 points for Frankie Macedo, just above his average. And the blocking power obviously came from Ronnie Sacco Raines. Great job of blocking, don't you think, Hoppy?
I certainly do think Ronnie did a good job blocking. However, I am not really concerned about this tonight. I'm really not concerned about this moral victory bet because I think we should be really worried about this man, John Drew. He's come in here, his first game, as you might say, he has tied the Thunderbirds. He has defeated the Thunderbirds in the Battle Royal match race. It's shades of El Fabuloso all over again, except this man, don't call him crazy. He's a maniac, but he's an egomaniac, and I would watch him from now on.
Well, Hoppy, before we forget about it, this Saturday night, the Olympic Auditorium, we're going to have the Texas Outlaws coming to town. John Parker's team. Be a special holiday game, still an exhibition game. There'll be special pricing for all you kids coming with your adults, the whole family. Free souvenirs can be great. And Jim, one thing we forgot, I got to go for most valuable player, Colleen Morrell. She was fantastic.
Well, I asked one of the kids in the audience who he thought, and he said Frankie Macedo. But it was Frankie Macedo
His son
Jr.
was here.
who told me.
Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle. She was terrific.
We're gonna have to give it to them all. But in the meantime, you folks, remember, same time, same station. We'll see you again. Come back. Bye-bye. We love you.